Set on a simply beautiful oasis of countryside, with lush woodlands and nature at every step, you'll find a truly must-see home at 7892 German Road.
Well, my name is Ginger.
And I'm Gene, and we live at 7892 German Road.
Correct.
In Delphus. We had the house custom built by Gehring and Burcham.
This stunning signature home by Gehring and Burcham was designed with specific homeowners in mind. Someone who counts room to breathe and grow as their family grows, as high on the list of essential priorities.
We loved the space.
Yeah.
It was so nice to open cabinets, even once we moved in, and they're empty. They were actually empty, so we had room to grow and collect stuff.
One thing the kids said, the children said, wow, it's a lot more quiet in this house.
You live by the sunrise and sunset. It's completely different than living in the city, and I love it.
Yeah.
If I could, I would move all this to Atlanta.
With nature in every direction, the house at 7892 German Road features over 6,400 square feet of total living space inside.
On the first and second floor, right about 4,800 square feet. And then we have another 1,200 feet in the basement that's finished. We've got two big garage doors. You could park 4 cars in there for sure, maybe 6 or more. It depends on how big they are.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's plenty of room back there.
From cathedral ceilings above to custom touches below and at every turn, the joy of this home is in the details. From family living spaces that are all about maximum comfort, to an elegant dining room, to an accommodating eat-in kitchen with all the amenities, and smart planning that goes even beyond a gourmet family meal.
We have in the kitchen, we have that bay window area, and we can view the pond from the whole back of the house, any of these windows. And I'm gonna miss my pond. The wildlife is beautiful. We have had swans, we have geese, ducks, gray herons. I'll wake up in the morning and look out and there's a gray heron on the beach fishing in our pond. Gino always complains, he's taking my fish. You got the bullfrogs. I fall asleep with the bullfrogs. And in the spring now, the lilac, I planted 2 lilac bushes out there and the wind will come through and you can smell lilac all through the kitchen. I'm gonna miss that. Emerald green hummingbirds, and of course you have regular finches, and I got a bird feeder there to get the finches and all that stuff, and the yellow canaries.
The house at 7892 German Road features 5 official bedrooms and 3 full and 1/2 baths, plus the flexibility to convert more bedroom space over 2 stories and in the finished basement.
We have 5 sons and a daughter, so a total of 6 children, and they all wanted their own bedroom, and well, we thought, why not?
The 2 bedrooms in there in the basement have a window well for natural light, number 1, but number 2, if anything ever happened, they could get out of the house.
Right.
And then the spiral staircase at the other end of the house off my office. I had a cousin that died in a house fire. He was about 30, and he couldn't get out of the house. And so,
There's various ways to get out.
Yeah, we just try to make sure that there are multiple ways to get out of the house in case of any kind of emergency.
And this conventional style home features more unprecedented, even unconventional, and smartly planned touches and amenities going back to the design stage.
We made a few adjustments to the blueprints. Notably, we added a sunroom. We took the other stairwell and made closets on the first and second floor that have come in very handy. Down in the home theater room, I've actually wired it for 8.1 surround sound. Right now I'm only running 7.1, but and there's internet connectivity behind the TV for streaming. That's the other thing about this house. It has geothermal heating, and the coils are in the pond. I do think, for this size house, and it's an all-electric house, we have a propane tank. But the propane tank only runs the 2 fireplaces. But the geothermal helps us reduce our energy. I went to an energy conference in Canada a few years ago, and they put all the stats of the house in a computer program, and they thought that about 50% of the energy needed to run this house is coming from the pond.
Inside or out, the home at 7892 German Road in Delphus is ideal for entertaining family and friends of all ages.
We loved it because if we didn't want to have anybody in the house, we have a great patio outside that's big, and a lot of the kids had friends over. And so I would, a lot of times I would say, okay, they can come, but only the bathrooms are used and you can be outside if the weather was good. We have a pond, they'd swim. If we had adults and wanted to get together, we would have either this room or the family room.
Then the smart planning and design extends far beyond this brick exterior home and out onto the over 8-acre property.
The other thing about the house, we have 2 wells here. One, of course, is for the house, and it feeds, same well feeds the barn. But then we have another one that feeds the pond. In other words, if you notice our water level's real high, you probably won't, if you go by most ponds right now, they're a little low. Because of the geothermal system, it runs better if the pond's completely full. So if it's a switch in the basement, we throw that switch and we put more water in the pond.
The pond is fully stocked.
It has largemouth bass,
That's
perch, catfish, and something called they call them amers. They eat vegetation. So that's what we have in the pond. We have a storage building at the back of the property. It's 40 by 32.
And if you're a horse enthusiast, this property is built to accommodate, with a custom horse barn and riding arena.
I had the barn built and the arena. I had a horse, and then I got a colt, and then raised them, and then finally have sold both of them. But at one point, I was boarding and had that barn. It's a 4-stall barn and had it full. And there's an indoor riding arena as well as there's a pasture.
In the arena, we have metal halide lights, so you can ride at night. Also, there's an overhead watering system. Wet the floor of the arena, and then out that way there wouldn't be too much dust.
4 12 by 12 stalls, a stone pasture, the paddock, and they were all done the correct way as far as the ground. It was a lot of gravel and then pounded and then smaller gravel.
This is one of those rare homes you typically visit and secretly dream about somehow making your own. Well, now, timing is on your side.
We're not from Delphos originally, we're from Columbus. And our kids are scattered to the 4 winds. None of them live in this area.
And he's tired of the Ohio winters.
And I'm tired of the Ohio winters. Yeah.
Well, the kids are all gone. It's just me and Jean now. And we shut off the rooms. And partly it's the rooms and being shut off bring back memories that are no longer there. So it's just time to get into a smaller house.
Which means it's your time to get into a big house where big dreams can become new joys for you and your family. Come see for yourself when you take your tour of 7892 German Road in Delphos today.